Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra June 6, 2022. The moon spends today in your health and work sector, and you pay more attention to your duties, chores, work, or health routines. It can be a good time to tuck away your emotions just enough to take care of business. You tend to focus more on the details of your everyday life rather than the bigger picture. Passions tend to rise as the day advances, and you could find yourself craving action or change. Still, you can find it easier than usual to commit to a personal project or plan. You're in a powerful place to give an endeavor your all. Your dedication shows and others may take note. It's also a fabulous time to work on lifestyle improvements. Despite being a fan of your individual freedom, you're being encouraged to invest more time and energy into the things you genuinely value. Single or already taken, this is especially true when considering the moon's journey through Leo, your sixth house of daily rituals, due diligence, while vibing with Mars in Pisces via your stability-seeking second house of comfort, finances, and value systems. If you're with the one, rest assured that there will be no judgments made. And with the Sun approaching an exact sextile to Mars, you're also being extra observant when it comes to your partner's motives at this time. What ideas are coming to fruition? You could feel especially inspired throughout your workday as Venus in Aries sextiles Mercury in Gemini. All day long, your mind will be brimming with fresh insights and cool ideas. You may draw inspiration from your neighborhood, like funky sightings on your commute to work. Even a quick conversation with someone throughout the day could put your work into perspective, giving you incredible food for thought. Keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your mind opens to exciting new possibilities that could positively impact your workflow. As has been the case with every other monthly visit so far this year, the moon is spending its final hours in your work sector at a friendly aspect to Jupiter and Neptune, the planets of luck and dreams in your income sector. While creating a lot of positive energy across the income, work and career fronts just days before Jupiter is due to leave, this is the right boost in confidence at the right time. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. It's as if a little dark cloud is following you around all day, but if you can lighten up just for a moment, you'll see how silly it all is. Start making fun of the cloud and it will disappear. If the response you get from prospective dates is not always positive, consider how your approach might be improved. You may want to ask what you could change about yourself. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand what to change or at least help you appreciate another's point of view or not. Your body will be speaking to you in some way today, so tune in and listen. Maybe a few glasses of water will slow you down long enough to notice what your body is trying to tell you. It's a good idea anyway to drink water throughout the day, thirsty or not. Without the benefit of water and exercise, it is hard to know what you are feeling and how to communicate with those you love. Make things easier on yourself. Staying focused on work can be tough on this day. Chances are strong that you will have family on your mind with this vibration's influence. See about doing something when the day's work is finished. Perhaps you could take everyone out for dinner, or rent a movie. Of course, the ultimate would be for you to have an entire day off where you could enjoy the company of these special people for a longer period of time. Because Mercury retrograded back out of Gemini before the new moon earlier in the week, this was able to give your new solar year a lot of forward momentum. Mercury's direct turn today means that he is on his way back, and while 11 days after retrograding back out it will take another 11 days for the round trip back, this is giving him time to build up speed before returning. Knowing that Mercury is on his way back also allows you to keep an open mind during what are still the early weeks of your birthday month and new solar year. Having Mercury not only in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart when Venus, the planet love, returned last weekend, but in retrograde motion has given a sense of romantic nostalgia an additional boost. While Mercury turns direct today, he will remain in this nostalgic part of your chart, with a chance to give the past a voice as Venus takes your heart on a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Our eyes in the sky. There's a lot going on, but everyone will be breathing that familiar collective universal sigh today as communications guru Mercury goes direct after spending the last few weeks in a frustrating retrograde cycle. And its pairing with the slow-paced, detail-driven bull should give you lots of time to get to work on correcting errors, fixing mistakes, and clearing up the general confusion that was caused by this latest chaotic Mercury retrograde cycle. Things on your lengthy to-do list for the day. 1. Go back over important emails, DMs, and texts you sent recently to make sure they were coherent and expressed what you wanted them to. Make adjustments and send new communications if necessary. 2. Double-check all details and, if necessary, rebook flights, hotel and/or rental car for a vacation that got cancelled or delayed. 3. Fix any tech-related items that malfunctioned or broke. 4. Go over financial statements looking for errors. Keeping good track of your money matters more now than ever. On the other hand, if you plan to establish yourself in a clear and well-defined relationship, now is the time or never. The sky boosts your enthusiasm and your joie de vivre by stimulating your desires and projecting you into the future. However, do not hesitate to withdraw from the game to preserve your energy capital and face a fairly exhausting end to the day. In the pre-dawn hours, the Leo moon squares off with Venus in Taurus, making us self-indulgent. This transit can provoke difficulties within our relationships because we are thinking only of ourselves and not of our partners or friends. This may be due to overconfidence, as we may be assuming that others' needs parallel our own. Or, paradoxically, it might be due to a lack of confidence, as our unmet desire for affection stimulates insecurities. At its worst, this influence causes us to think of others as our property. When we feel entitled, we make inappropriate demands of those we care for. After noon, the Gemini Sun forms a square with Juno in Pisces, complicating contractual relationships. Ego conflicts will be more apparent under this influence. However, because this connection is occurring in mutable signs, more subtle manipulation tactics are likely to be at work. Juno in Pisces means commitment without boundaries. In our bonded relationships, we now believe we are functioning as a unit, and what's good for one person must be good for the other. Our sense of compassion is also boosted, causing us to overlook red flags in the name of devotion. However, the Gemini Sun encourages us to look at our unions from various perspectives, to break through deception and collect new evidence regarding our engagements. Even if this aspect does not trigger fights or disputes, an internal storm is brewing, as we consider how we may be relinquishing our individuality through spiritual or emotional bypassing.